What if this month isn't just another page on the calendar, but a spiritual turning point your soul had been waiting for? What if July was never about chance, but about sacred timing? Some feel it without knowing why, a strange unrest, a deep calling. Old things start breaking apart. What once made sense no longer does. But this isn't a collapse, it's preparation. The kind of preparation that comes right before a soul remembers why it came. You didn't come to this video by accident. July is a portal, and your soul knew it. If this resonates with you, stay with me until the end, because this message might open something that was hidden, but never lost. If your heart feels this call, subscribe to the channel now and activate the notifications, because this month could be the one your soul has been waiting lifetimes for. Every month carries its own energy, but July, in many ancient traditions, is considered a gateway. In Vedic astrology, it marks the beginning of energetic alignments that awaken the heart. In ancient calendars, it coincides with sacred days of purification and reconnection. And in the silence of your own being, it feels like a cosmic whisper. It's the kind of month that pulls down the masks, that amplifies what needs to be healed, that accelerates what's been delayed for too long. Things you've hidden under routines suddenly come to the surface. Questions you've avoided for years become impossible to ignore, and pain you thought had passed comes back, not to hurt you again, but to free you from what you never healed. This is spiritual fortune, the rare alignment between your inner desire to evolve and the outer conditions that push you to do it. It's not comfort, it's transformation, and July is the fire that begins it. There is a reason you were born in this generation, in this body, with this story. Even if your logical mind doesn't understand, your soul remembers. It chose this exact timing because it knew that something in July would activate you. Something that no book, no teacher, and no course could awaken, only life itself. You are not here by chance, you are here by appointment. And if you've been feeling lost lately, maybe it's not because you're off track, but because the track itself is changing and your soul is catching up. This is the month where destiny realigns with intention, where the plan your soul signed before birth comes knocking. It doesn't come with noise. It comes in a moment of silence, in a strange coincidence, in an unexpected loss, or a new beginning disguised as chaos. Whatever it looks like, it's not random. It's sacred. Before a major shift, the universe always sends signs, but they rarely come wrapped in glory. They arrive as discomfort, silence, existential emptiness, a feeling that nothing makes sense anymore. Maybe you've been feeling tired in a way that isn't physical, heavy without knowing why, or being pulled inward when everyone else is looking outward. These are signs. The soul is stirring. And the most curious part, the awakening doesn't begin with an answer. It begins with a question that echoes in your spirit. Is this really all there is? July amplifies those questions. It cracks illusions. It removes what's no longer true and pushes us to go within where everything we seek has always been. If it feels like you're losing control, maybe it's time to trust something deeper. When the soul begins to awaken, the ego trembles, but the spirit exhales. You're not being punished, you're being initiated. And the initiation starts in silence. Even when you think you've lost your way, your soul hasn't. It wasn't programmed for chaos. It was prepared for remembrance. Life may have hurt you, but every wound became a window where the light could enter. Every difficult relationship, every heartbreak, every loss was part of the scenery meant to lead you back to yourself. July is when many remember, not with the mind, but with the heart. You may feel nostalgia for something you've never lived, longing for a place you don't know, and a mysterious force pulling you back home, inward. That's called alignment. When you stop chasing and begin allowing. When you stop forcing and begin flowing. And if you're hearing these words now, know this was scheduled. Your soul marked this encounter, and it's whispering, remember, you came with a purpose, and it's time to live it.
Awakening isn't about doing more. It's about shedding what was never truly you. Inherited beliefs, ancient fears, obligations that suffocate your spirit. All of it must be brought into the light of awareness. So how can you prepare for this spiritual season in July? 1. Silence. Create moments of quiet. The world's noise tries to drown your soul's whisper. 2. Watch for signs. Everything around you is trying to teach you something. 3. Protect your energy. Words, places, and people carry vibrations. Choose wisely. 4. Revisit your intentions. What did your soul desire before fear distracted you? It's not about changing your life in one day. It's about living each day with presence. Spiritual luck manifests when the present moment is honored as sacred, and July invites you into that sacred space. Carry this question with you. If my soul already knew, what is it trying to show me now? The answer may not come in words, but in a whisper, a sign, or the stillness of your own breath. July is a turning point, and every turning point requires surrender, but not surrender out of defeat, surrender out of trust. This is the month when rigid plans collapse and the wisdom of the unseen begins to move. What seemed like failure may be redirection. What looked like delay may be divine timing. You don't need to understand everything or control the next step. Spiritual fortune isn't linear. It dances with the soul's rhythm. You might be led to places you never imagined. You might lose people you thought were forever. But all of it is part of a divine realignment. And the more you resist, the more it hurts. The more you trust, the more it flows. Allow it. July is activating destinies, and yours is being rewritten in light. Now is not the time to fear. It's time to remember the mystery. July is not just a month. It's a portal. And portals aren't crossed in haste. They are crossed in presence. If you've come this far, it means something in you has already begun to remember. You're not lost. You're not late. You're right where you're meant to be. And everything is unfolding as it should. The spiritual fortune of July isn't luck. It's awakening. It's the connection to what the eyes can't see, but the soul deeply recognizes. So close your eyes now
and declare gently, just between you and the universe, I accept what life wants to show me. I surrender what I cannot control, and I awaken to what I already am. If this message touched you, write in the comments, July is my awakening. And remember, nothing great begins with noise. Everything begins in silence, where the soul listens. See you in the next video. Namaste.